Hi, and welcome to day one of the 3-day vision board challenge from dreams to reality. So let's jump right into day one and get started. So if you haven't already registered for this, you can still register and get my daily emails with instructions on how to accomplish this vision board by just accessing the link in the description of this video. So what is a vision board anyway? A vision board is a powerful tool that helps you just narrow down your desires through the power of choice. The tool is going to help you invest time and energy to visualize your future and consistently reminds you of your life goals. So I'm sure you're probably wondering, do these vision boards actually work? Well, visualization is known to be one of the most powerful mind exercises that you can do. But of course, don't expect to make a vision board and then just not do any of the work and have any of your goals happen. You still have to put in the work. Now, a great example of this that's very similar is, I'm sure you've probably heard of the comedian and actor Jim Carrey. And when he was first starting out, he actually wrote himself a check for $10 million, and he post-dated that check for 10 years in the future. And he kept it in his wallet. And he did this so that he could have that reminder and that goal of where he wanted to go. And that's a perfect example of just that visual representation that you want to have in front of you to really remind yourself. So let's actually talk about what a vision board should have on it. So your vision board should focus on how you want to feel, not just on the things that you want. So I get that we all want the dream home, we want the fancy car, and that is totally fine. But you want to make sure to balance that out with the things that actually make you feel excited, inspired, and goal-oriented. And the more that your board actually focuses on how you want to feel, the more it will help you bring that to life. Okay, because every day when you're looking at it, you're going to be reminded of how you want to feel in the future when you actually achieve the goals that you want. So here on day one, let's talk about our first assignment. So we're going to identify what your goals are. So I want you to take out a piece of paper or a notebook, and I want you to write down the answers to the following questions. And this is going to help you identify your goals, and it will also help you in day 2 and 3 of this challenge when we organize your board and put it all together. So number 1, what are your career goals? Okay, and I want you to be really specific. I know it's really easy just to say, well, I want to make money. Well, I want to work from home, but be really specific. Is there a certain amount of money that you want to be making? Is there a certain status that you want to be getting if you are working for a company? Be as specific as possible to determine where you want to be in your career. Now, what are your personal goals? Okay, so do you have personal goals for your family? Are you trying to save for a house? Are you working on your relationship? Are you struggling with parenting and you're really hoping to improve in those areas? Think about what your personal goals are. Now, what would you like to be different in your personal and your professional life? So this could be a number of different things. So maybe in your professional life, maybe you're working full-time right now and you would like to have more family time. So you can put that down. Maybe in your personal life, you would like to have more patience and feel like you have more balance in your life. So you can put that down. So I want you to really think about, what is it that you actually want to be different? Because it's very easy for us to quickly say, oh, I'm so stressed out, I'm not happy where I am, but really identify what is it that you actually want to be different and how can you change that? So what are your deepest desires? Okay, so is it really to get the dream house, the fancy car? Is it to make more money? Is it to be an amazing parent? Is it to find the love of your life? What is your deepest desire that you want? And then some other things for you to think about and answer are, what do you need? So this could be anything. Maybe you need more time with your friends for mental health, or you need an hour a week to be able to work out, or you need more communication with your partner, or you need a job that you are happier in. It could be anything at all. It really depends on what your personal goals are. Now I want you to think about, what do you value? Okay, so this can be a lot of different things. It depends if you're talking personally or professionally. So if we're talking professionally, you could say, I value having working for someone that I respect. I value the type of industry and work that I'm doing. So maybe you work in the healthcare industry and you really want to help a certain specific population and you want to continue doing that, okay? So those are the types of things that you want to put down that you really value. And the last question is, how would you want to spend your free time? Okay, so we are all trying to move towards a life of having more of a balance. So if you had some free time in the future, what would you actually do with your free time? And there's no judgment, let us know, what is it that you would actually do with your free time? Now, some other areas to think about are, what would you like to learn and grow into? So a lot of times we just focus on our goals, but we don't actually focus on the things that inspire us and make us feel excited. And we want to focus on the areas that make us feel excited, that we want to learn about, that we want to grow into. So write down some areas that you would actually like to learn about to help you in your industry. And then the last question is, how do you want to feel when those things are manifested? So when you are reaching your goals, both personally and professionally, what feelings do you think would come from that? So you can say things like freedom, openness, joy, happiness, confidence. Put down how you actually would like to feel when you're accomplishing those goals. Okay, so think about those things. And then I have a really fun activity for today. So many times when we are thinking about our goals and our dreams, we are starting out at point A and we're expecting to get to point Z. And that's a lot of letters in between to go from A to Z, right? So sometimes, and I talk a lot about this in our group and all of the courses that I have, is you really need to believe in yourself and have that self-confidence in order to create your own business and be a freelancer and create the life that you individually want. And if we don't have that self-confidence, it's very hard for us to properly communicate our services, our knowledge, to expect the amount of money that we should be making. A lot of times we have limiting beliefs about what we deserve for money. And so when we are first starting out, and a lot of times our confidence is very low, we are having a hard time saying to ourselves, yes, I want to get to point Z. I want to be successful. I want to make a certain amount of money. I want to be a full-time freelancer. And you have all of these goals, but they're so far away. And so then you hear from people, well, you should do daily affirmations, right? And that will help you reach your goal. And I completely agree with those daily affirmations. I think daily affirmations are great. But it can seem really ingenuine when you're saying, I deserve, to make $60,000. I'm just throwing that number out there. Or I deserve to be really successful. Or I am confident. I am going to do this. I can do this. If you don't really believe in yourself and you're just trying to tell yourself that every day, when it comes to you having a bad day or a bad week, or that bad week goes into a bad month, it just, it feels like you're snapping a rubber band. You're pulling it out and then it's snapping right back and it hurts, right? And you're like, oh, that doesn't feel good. And then you wind up just going backwards, right? And so a focus wheel is a great way to kind of still do affirmations, but work with yourself on those affirmations. So what I did here, I'm sorry if you can't see it. I'm using my daughter's whiteboard and her washable markers. So I need 3 different circles. So let's see. So 3 different circles you can see, 1, 2, 3. And so what you do with a focus wheel is, okay, this is your goal. This inner circle is your goal. But you're not at that inner circle. You're still at letter A, and you're nowhere near letter Z, which is your goal. So let's put what our goal is down. And your goal could be anything. This could be professional. So you want to make $60,000 or $100,000, or you want to be a full-time freelancer, or you just want to get one client. Whatever your goal is, you put that goal in here. So, and it could also be personal as well. Like you want to lose weight, or you want to have more self-confidence. You want to believe in yourself. Whatever your personal goal is, you put it down. But for the purposes of this, I'm going to put down, get one client. One client. Okay, so that's going to be the goal. So I am, if I'm just starting out, I have no confidence, I have no idea what I'm doing as a freelancer, I am so not even close to this goal. So I'm going to start out here in this circle that's super far away. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to write out just really simple things that I believe right now about myself. Okay. And eventually I'll get to that inner circle. So right now I'm just going to put down simple things. I'm a good planner. Okay. I'm a great dancer. Okay. It doesn't have to be serious either. It can just be little tiny things. I'm a really good listener. I am a people person, okay? And so you might be saying to yourself, yeah, but, none of these things really matter. Is those things really going to get me to my goal? Well, I have 2 things to say to you. 1, nothing is insignificant, okay? Me being a really good planner, are you kidding me? That's huge. That is going to help me in any different area. Me being a good dancer, okay, maybe it's not going to help me in my freelance career, but maybe it's just something that I feel good about when I do. And that's a good feeling that I have. And that's great. We just want to get those high vibes going. Maybe, me being a good listener, that's going to be great when it comes to trying to get clients and listening to what their pain points are and their frustrations and getting them past that. So when I'm listing these things out, what I want to do every single day is when I get up, whatever your personal daily mantra is. So some people get up and they say prayers. Okay. Some people get up and they meditate. Some people get up and they listen to music. Some people get up and just have a cup of coffee and just kind of sit in silence for a minute. Whatever your daily routine is, you can start incorporating this into it and start rating yourself on 1 to 10. So 1 being you are not believing any of the things on this outer circle at all. You're not feeling it. 10 being you are in such a high vibe place. You're feeling good. You believe in yourself. So now based on your score, you can determine, why is my score lower? Okay, why am I not in that high vibe place? Why am I not believing in myself that being a really good planner is important? Why am I not believing that being a people person is really important? And so you can actually identify then how you're feeling and how to move forward with those feelings so that you can get into a high vibe place. And so this outer circle is what you're going to be focusing on every day until your confidence starts building up and you say to yourself, you know what, I am a really good planner, and planning makes me feel good, and that's going to be really helpful for my clients. And so now when you start believing all of those things, now you can move to a new circle. You can move closer to your goal, and you can start saying, okay, because I'm a good planner, I am going to, be able to apply for more jobs and create proposals. I'm really good at creating proposals for clients. Okay, you can write that down. You can say that you believe that you are worthy of actually making the money that you want, that you are deserving of having a lifestyle that you want for your family. And so you keep working in on this focus wheel until you get to that goal. Okay, and so this could be a long-term goal, it could be a short-term goal, whatever works for you. But that's just an easy way to kind of make yourself feel like you are making progress and you are filling yourself up with really good affirmations that don't feel fake or ingenuine. Okay, so I want you to work on one, your focus wheel, and start implementing that every day. And two, I want you to answer those questions that we went through to identify your goals, your desires, and what you actually want out of life. And so I want you to write all of those things down. And so tomorrow we're going to be taking that information and we're going to start organizing it a little bit better so that we can start creating our vision board in day 2. So enjoy, and I will see you tomorrow. Bye.